Good day, everyone. I must tell you that I'm still celebrating the renewal of my driver's license. You have to understand that most people who knew me thought that it was a ludicrous idea that I will ever drive. Until one wonderful lady that I treated with vision problems and had double vision that I was able to straighten and was able to get rid of her glasses told me, Meir, you're going to drive a car. And it's amazing how her words meant so much to me. While I was already working on my eyes a lot, I then sat down and looked at the chart again and again till I was versed with looking at charts. And I was able to start and drive. And I was so happy about that. It wasn't easy. And I was fearful. And now I'm not. And I feel so good that I can do that. And if you looked at my eyes, where you'd see that 99% of my lens is scar tissue, you can understand why I'm so enthused that I can do that. And I'm looking at the pessimism that comes from so many people these days and infects the medical profession. You know, from the very far past, people were really afraid of their life conditions. And they always found a witch doctor that will help them with some ceremony. And truth of the matter is, sometimes witch doctors had good herbs and good advice and gave good psychological advice to people. But half of the treatment is taking care of people's needs, and half of the treatment is helping people to be less anxious about things that they fear. Remember how medicine said that no exercise, no diet, nothing can do for heart conditions and many other problems in the body. And that was up to the mid-60s of the last century. As of the 80s and then 90s, and more than that, in the 21st century, more and more physicians believe that you should eat the right diet, do exercises, think good mental thoughts, and that can help you live better and help you reduce the danger for all kinds of illnesses. Not all illnesses, not all situations, but most of them. And truth of the matter is, one place that didn't learn anything is the world of optometry and ophthalmology. They think that if your vision is 98 or 99% of normal, you still need glasses because nothing will improve your eyes. And that is where I have a big difficulty, because I think that you can do a lot to improve your vision. They think that if you have myopia or nearsightedness, your eyeball is long, the light falls in front of the retina, and nothing can change the shape of the eyeball. Dr. Bates thought otherwise, and he thought that the exterior muscles can change the size of the eyeballs. And modern behavioral optometrists think that actually, as you look from near, the vitreous humor basically penetrates to the back of the eye and makes it longer. And I truly believe that. I really think that posture can change. And I'll tell you one little story about that. In one of the books of Thérèse Bertherat, The Body Has Its Reason, she wrote about a woman who was hunched back, and everybody thought she had an extreme case of osteoporosis and osteoarthritis. But when she died, the pathologist found that she actually had a straight spine. Now, why is that? The connective tissue hardened around the way that she used her body. Same thing is with nearsightedness. Same thing is with farsightedness. You can change the rigidity of the lens to make it flexible. You can change the length of the eye to make it flexible too. And all that you can do with daily practice, sometimes with exercise and sometimes with pure consciousness. And when I walk with someone who pays attention to details, I pay more attention to details. If you pay attention to most pandemics, and we are going through one right now, fear exacerbated like you wouldn't believe. I really believe that some people die out of fear when they get infected. And truth of the matter is that fear is world spread. And doesn't matter if the world has 100 million people like it did around the bubonic plague in the medieval, or 8 billion people like it does right now. Show me one place in the world where they're not afraid of corona. And so the point is, when medicine did not believe in people's ability to improve their heart with exercise, they died in their 60s. When conventional knowledge says that exercise helps, they later on died in the 80s, and now they die in their 90s, and many die in their 100s. When people will believe in kinesthetic exercise, people will die much later in much better condition. Now let's return to vision. I've given a pretty good lecture on overcoming cataract. And I'm so happy to know that cataract can be prevented. I will give a good lecture on overcoming nearsightedness. But if you don't want to have cataract, you don't want to have retinal detachment, you don't want to have glaucoma, and many other common problems that eventually lead you to sit for hours upon hours in the doctor's office and in the surgeon office. My friends, this is a lecture for you. You need to do that. What will you achieve by that? First of all, improvement in your own eyes. And second of all, creating a critical mass to change the consciousness of the world and to move from a sense of incapability to a sense of great ability. That's my message. That's my work. That's why I want to see you in my class on overcoming myopia on August 10th. Many blessings to all of you, Meir.